Alright, so this is some behind the scenes stuff for my film In the Company of Insects. There's not a whole lot to say here, really, to be honest, because the film kind of speaks for itself, and it's online and free to watch. So I would just say go ahead and watch it. But if you are desperate to see some more, well, I thought I could just start off by showing you some stuff that wasn't used. So some rain there, very nice. There's a washing line. Not sure what I was trying to say there. I think I was just hoping that a fly would land on it or something like that. That was a nice shot, but again, no insects in it. So, and that was the sort of idea behind the film. So, film insects and stuff like that. There's some ice, morning frost on my grass. Just super close up, pretty cool. But again, not massively relevant. So. I guess that's why all those shots weren't used. I mean, aside from that, the only real behind-the-scenes footage I did was when we recorded the soundtrack. I was so excited about using real instruments for a soundtrack that I decided to film it happening. So it was a cold winter's day in Glasgow. That's just me setting the scene there. This is Richard Luke, although I just call him Rick. He did the music for the film. He wrote it, recorded it, performed it, engineered it, whatever you want to say. He's the man who did it. Met him through a pal of a pal, or a friend of a friend, if you prefer. Turns out we once slept in the same bed at a 40th birthday party, although not on the same night. It was a night apart, because he was there one night and then I was there the next night. So, we took it in turns to use the same room, but we never actually met. So which I thought was kind of cool, but I guess not really relevant to what we're talking about. So,
Can you play it one more time?
That's Rufus. He knew Rick, I think. He basically just turned up to play cello. That's Brian. He turned up to play the flugelhorn. Not a lot of flugelhorn players kicking about these days, so if you do need a flugelhorn player in Scotland, Brian is most certainly your man. Just thought I'd say that. He's not one to blow his own trumpet. Bet you're really glad you started watching this behind the scenes. Super action-packed, right? You've probably got God knows how many streaming platforms and subscriptions, but no, you chose to come here to this very point and watch footage I filmed of a cello player largely playing the same sad notes over and over again. Because, well, to be honest, that's what recording the soundtrack for the film looked like. Actually, the little bits where they were tuning their instrument were actually more interesting than the endless repetitive loops of the same sad notes. I tried to spice it up a bit, started doing some slow motion stuff, but that just looked a bit weird. So then I started getting a bit arty, started messing about with the lens. This is quite nice, actually. Yeah. Oh yeah. Real nice. Lens working, it's called. Yeah. Very arty, but I did go to art school, so that would make sense. Rick was loving it. In fact, he didn't really need me there at all.
Yeah. Ooh, that's lovely the way you did that. So you're kind of, because you're going to be we'll build it up and you'll be so whatever you do here will replace exactly, so you can mimic that lovely, but yeah, that's absolutely perfect.
I'll try to do that again.
So it's like anything's possible, some days nothing's, but it's like perfect.
So anyway, I was just there, sitting for the most part, trying to hang with the cool kids, but largely feeling like a spare part. It was cold too, hence the scarf. Great composer and musician, Rick, but the guy seems to have some real issues when it comes to paying for his heating bill in the winter. Because we were in his flat to record the music. Because, well, I didn't have any money to make the film, so, just thought, do it in his flat. Maybe that's why I didn't put the heating on. Maybe it was a point to say, Duncan, you're not paying me enough, so I'm not even going to bother putting the heating on for you. Kind of all makes sense now. So that's about it, really. We recorded all the instruments. I only filmed the flugelhorn and the cello, mind you, so you just have to kind of imagine the rest. This is kind of like a half making of the music film. But Rick did, he played about 4 different pianos and mixed them all together and stuff, which was pretty cool. And there you go, full-blown soundtrack. So there we go. Really chuffed with how the music turned out, actually. If there was one thing wrong with it, if I had to pick something wrong with it, it'd be that, to be honest, it's probably better than the actual film. Because when you watch the film, you've got me rambling away for the most part. And you might be sitting there watching it thinking, Duncan, great, really vibing with what you're saying, but I just want to listen to the music. Do you know what I mean? That sounds like some lovely flugelhorn that you were mumbling over. Well, fear not, because you'll be able to listen to the soundtrack entirely on its own, mumble-free on all the usual streaming platforms once it's launched on August 28th. Blimey. Excellent, I hear you say. Excellent news for everyone. That feels like the perfect note to end on. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this little making-of film. To be honest, I set out with a huge amount of good intentions, including, hot behind-the-scenes gossip and unexpected facts about the film and all that, proper Lord of the Rings extended box set stuff, but I know, it is what it is. Take it or leave it. Or, if you want, share it, but no pressure, obviously. Right, see ya.
Beautiful sound.